Foreign direct investments to Turkey reached more than $14 billion in 2021, surging 81% over the previous year. That's despite a global decline in the flow of investments due to the coronavirus pandemic. Meanwhile, the government has announced new economic reforms, which it says will help rein in inflation and boost the country's foreign currency reserves. Finance Minister Nureddin Nebati says a scheme to incentivize depositors to convert foreign currencies into Turkish lira has attracted more than $25 billion so far. He says a similar package is being introduced to encourage the conversion of gold holdings into the local currency. The government expects to raise as much as $25 billion from the initiative. Nebati also says inflation is trending lower and is expected to drop to single digits by May next year. For more on this now, let's go to Taha Arvas. He's an adjunct professor of finance at Bogazici University. Many thanks for being with us, Taha, this morning. First of all, is the country's inflation target realistic? It's 24% by December. We've said it single digits by May next year. And if it is, can you explain exactly how will the country achieve that?
Sure, Ludovica. I'll take the second question first. The majority of the inflation that we're seeing that has spiked here in Turkey now and in the last few months is largely due to the volatility in the currency that we experienced. So with the government's new scheme that's allowing Turkish businesses and consumers, households, to guarantee their Turkish lira returns against the dollar, suddenly this volatility is disappearing. Otherwise, you couldn't price anything. You couldn't calculate your financing or price anything the last few months because you had no idea where the price of those goods that you're going to be importing was. So that uncertainty caused massive volatility in pricing, and suddenly, with that disappearing, prices have begun to stabilize in much of Turkey, and they will continue to do so. However, we are in the midst of a global inflationary explosion. As you know, the United States is at 40-year highs with inflation. Many countries are doing the same thing. So to your first question, is the target achievable? It's aspirational. Let's put it that way. Is it possible they can achieve it? Anything's possible. If you had told me that Russia was going to invade Ukraine in a week, a month ago, I would have said, oh, that's crazy. So anything is possible. I have no idea, obviously, what's going to happen. But the short answer is it's very much possible if the volatility in the currency can stop and decrease as it is doing now.